Well, with us rolling into the winter and later fall, we're definitely getting to the times where we can't go out shooting after work. So to make sure you can still get some of your practice in, you can always come inside and do some dry fire, and we'll go over some of the basics for equipment you need or might want to get, and some different drills you can look at doing. Some of the great things around dry fire is you can really work on building your positions quickly and effectively and getting behind that gun properly. Really focus on your trigger pull, your breathing, just the general manipulation of your firearm. And it's cheap because you don't have to shoot any ammo while you're doing it. And you can go and design your stages around what you see, what you've shot through the previous season, and check on the notes you've made in your matchbooks on where your weaknesses were, so you can really focus on those and try and become a better shooter overall. We've gone and made up basically just a sheet of paper with some targets on there, little white dots, and you just go and you set this at whatever distance you can focus at. If you have enough room in your house and you can, you have your parallax that can go down to 15 or 25 yards, that's great. If not, you can get a lens that basically goes into a cap, and you put that on your scope, and that allows your gun to actually focus down to about 10 to 12 feet. And that's what this picture's been designed around, that is to kind of give you a target size that would represent what you'd see on a range when you have this lens on the front of your scope. So they're pretty cheap. You can find them online. Just look for like a dry fire aid or something like that. So we'll set up a quick dry fire drill, something fairly simple. This one's really gonna focus on getting into those positions really quickly and getting that first shot off. Usually I like to do this with a shot timer, and I always make sure my mag is empty because we're inside. So I'll choose 2 targets on my board here, and I'm gonna go and focus on getting in position, getting my first shot off on the first one, and then I'm gonna do, we'll call it a 1 mil holdover for the second target, and just see how fast I can get those off and see how effectively I can get it off. So I've identified my targets on the piece of paper. I got one in the middle below a big clump of trees, and I got one in the middle just above a big clump of trees. So I'll get ready. So the great thing about dry fire, obviously in the wintertime, you try and keep your skills, still in tune. You can use really anything you want to aim at in the house. Just make sure you're doing it safely, no ammunition around, and keep it interesting. You don't do it for hours at a time. Go do it for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then maybe come back an hour or two later and do it again. Make it fun and try to have a good time doing it.